Hey guys, I'm Nick. On today's questions and answers, I'm going to show you how to make the soft plastic lures in the garage. Now, I get a ton of questions about this. It's been submitted to our website several times. I get asked it in person when people come pick them up. I get asked at the tackle shop. So today I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how we do it, show you some of it. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty easy process. Obviously, there's a lot of small steps. If you mess up, they're going to ruin it. So you got to do a lot of it right in details. I'm not going to go into huge depths on all that stuff because it's just not needed. However, it'll be a cool look at behind the scenes and how we do it. If you have any questions about it, drop them in the comment sections and I'll ask them to the best of my abilities. Now, as an advisory, you need to do this stuff in well-ventilated areas. Every plastic is a little different. There's tons of things that go into it. Safety glasses, gloves, things like that, respirators. They're all recommended for different types of plastisol and overall safety. Today we're only going to make one cup. We're only going to shoot it one time. We're going to go slow, nice and smooth so you guys can see it. And I'm not going to do any of those safety things, all right? So here it goes. We'll get the camera situated and we'll start filming. Okay guys, when we're first getting started, you need a Pyrex cup. Now depending on how much I'm going to make, I'm going to use different size cups. But we're only going to make one cup for the sake of this video. This stuff is called Plasticil. It is obviously looks like kind of like a milk or maybe Elmer's glue. It's going to turn into a clear syrup after we heat it, but this is what we use to start making the plastic. Now we used several different brands when we were looking for something that, that we liked, something that held up well, was durable, poured well, held the color well, all that good stuff. Tons and tons of options. There is no perfect answer. That's just a little over a cup, which is perfect. Now we're gonna heat this up. It's gonna take anywhere between like four to 6 minutes, depending on how much is in there per cup. There's lots that goes into it. Every microwave is different. So if you're watching this video as a guide to how to do it, you need to slow down, pay attention to the type of material you have and go from there. It's all a bit different and every microwave will heat it at a different temperature. So I'm gonna microwave this stuff real quick. Then we'll add some colorant to it and we'll be ready to shoot it in these molds. Now, obviously, we're going to shoot the ghost shrimp color today. We're going to shoot the little mini stick bait molds. They're pretty cool. They're easy to use. You just use the clamps, clamp them off, and next thing you know, you have some little mini stick baits or a Ned rig or whatever you want to call it. Not too much to it, but it's going to take a few minutes to heat this up, so I'm going to do that right now. We'll come back. I'll show you adding the colorant and the glitter, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so while that's heating in the microwave, we're going to go over some of the details. We're going to use two types of glitter for the ghost shrimp color. If you've been watching any of our videos, we made the ghost shrimp color for sight fishing redfish, but it's phenomenal whether you're sight fishing or not. We've caught all kinds of fish in the center of the sound, the bay systems. We fished it in Pensacola, we fished it in Miramar, fished it pretty much all over the Panhandle without any issues. It's a fantastic color. Actually shipped it out to Texas and a few other places, and the guys have caught fish everywhere. It does a good job, man. It's probably one of my favorite colors. It really does. It gets the job done. That's all that matters at the end of the day. We're going to use a few different colors. We got to mix them up. Takes little drops, takes a little bit of time. Once that's finished heating, I'll show you some of that, and we'll just fast forward here in a second. All right, guys, the plastic is finishing up. You guys will see it goes from that milky Elmer's glue color to a clear color. Once it achieves the clear color, like so, it's got a few small bubbles in it, nothing bad. Those will come out as it heats itself in this little container. It should turn into a kind of syrup. Now you see those, a little bit of smoke coming off there. That's probably the reason you're supposed to wear a respirator, but I'm pretty sure the Air Force gave me cancer anyways, so it's no big deal. I'm going to use a variety of colors to get there. We're going to do it real quick. Sometimes it takes a little bit. It's really important that you write these recipes down or you'll never ever get back to where you were. Fortunately, I have written it all down. Once you get the color in there, I like to stir it a little bit before I add the glitter. That way you don't get any crazy clumps of glitter in there. It's important to stir it nice and slow. You guys will see that color come into life right there on video. Should look real nice. Now we're gonna use our little scooper and we're gonna add our two types of glitter. Remember, all this stuff is pretty finely measured, so if you add too much colorant to 1 cup or 2 cups or whatever, how many cups you're making, you're going to run into a bunch of problems, and then none of your colors will ever look the same. You don't want that. Really important when you're doing this stuff is to stay organized. If you're not organized, it'll get real crazy real quick, and then you're going to mess something up. But the process is fairly simple once you get going. And now the plastic will start to cool throughout this mixing process, so we're just going to get it back in the microwave a little bit. Make sure our consistency stays good. We don't have any micro bubbles or anything, so that's good. Just some random little bubbles in here. They will disappear. It's a lot easier to do this stuff while you're standing up, just in case you guys are interested. But you guys asked, so here it is. It's a pretty cool process, does a good job. Why we let that reheat? We're gonna put clamps on these here molds. Nothing special to it. That's obvious. It really is way easier when you're standing up, but we're just gonna do it like this. Nothing to it. I usually put clamps on both sides just so it has even pressure. It'll sit there like so. Remember, being organized is important, so we're gonna put all these lids back on here and get them out of our way. You don't got to reheat it very long. You don't want to heat it too long or it'll burn. You'll just run into problems. All right, we're just gonna set it right here. Give it another nice little stir. All the glitter is nice and evenly distributed. Let it cool for a second. You don't want to shoot the mold too hot. Get your molds real hot. It takes longer to cool, things like that. It just doesn't need to be. Now we shoot a bunch of different molds. You guys can probably see them over there. We're making a bunch of custom colors for local guys. So if you have like a special color in mind, you're like, man, I really want this color, just shoot me an email. We can make it happen. It's kind of fun. We do have some minimum orders for that stuff. But as this cools down, all those small little bubbles will come to the center and they will disappear. Then we're going to take this injector. We're going to load the injector. Then we're going to shoot both the molds. Nothing really to it, okay? It really is weird doing this sitting down, but it's easier to film. We're just going to come over here, inject it nice and slow. Fill up the leftover. It's going to absorb it a little bit, so we don't want to have any bubbles in there. Boom. Now, if we're going to make a bunch of this stuff, I was going to do it in a larger scale. I would make more plastic. I would use more molds. I just wanted to make a quick video so you guys can see it. Re-inject some of that in there, and then I'll just get it back in here. I'm not going to turn the heat back on. I'm just going to let it sit there and kind of incubate itself. We'll give this just a few seconds to cool. This is really only the second time I've shot it today, so I shot it earlier just to bring everything up to temperature. So it won't take very long for it to cure. This stuff is super hot, right? So you don't want to just stick your hand in here instantly. This stuff will burn the crap out of you. Once that stuff's a liquid, it's like 350 degrees. You don't really want to mess with that. Even this stuff is still super hot until it finally cures out. If it's stringy or anything, that stuff's hot. It will hurt you, so be careful. Gloves are definitely recommended, especially if you're doing it on a large scale and you're working fast. Obviously, we're not doing that today. We're just making this to show you guys some examples. That's our scrap bin. We can actually remelt that stuff. A lot of times I'll just heat it back up in there and I'll remelt it and use it to make another batch. It's still perfectly good. Nothing wrong with the plastic. If you overheat it or mess up, you'll lose the correct color, which is, obviously a big problem. So, oops, that was loud. We'll pop these clamps off here real quick. Grab these scissors. We'll pop this out of here. Open this up. You're gonna see those beautiful little ghost shrimp, and they're ready to go for the most part. Now, depending on what type of plastic you are using, it's going to take several days to cure. This stuff does take 4 to 7 days. So anytime you guys see me post lures online and then I don't sell them to anyone for 4, 5, 6, 7 days, it's just because I'm waiting for this stuff to cure. And those came out real pretty, okay? And that's the thing, you know, you use the right recipe, get the same color every time. They're nice and pretty. And then we'll use the scissors, we'll cut them up. We'll just pop one off here real quick so you guys can see it. Boom. And that's that. Now, they're still pretty durable as of right now, but you know, a week from now, once they harden up a little bit, they'll be far more durable. They'll hold on the hooks better, and they'll be good to go. So, lots of people ask how we make the lures. That's it. Now we skipped some steps just to expedite the video, but for the most part, that's the entire process. If you guys have any questions, just comment in the comment section. If you want to order some, they're available on our website at navarrekayakfishing.com/store. Put a link below to that. If you want some that are made in a custom color, we actually do it probably once or twice a week. It's kind of fun. We do have a minimum order on that stuff, but we have all kinds of colors, more colors over there. We can make pretty much anything you want in the Ned bait or the swim bait. We even have some really, really large swim bait. Check this guy out. Fail. Check that guy out. Those little metal things are for the hook slot. But tons of fun, tons of things to do. And that's it. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and I look forward to you booking your next adventure.